All right, man. It's
Oh
Friday
shit, we're
night.
starting?
Oh shit, we're starting. Oh yeah, we're starting. Holy shit, Travis, we started. And there's your
Oh,
Mano
oh.
Gay War. Gay War. Gay War.
You
Hey,
sailor.
hey, if Ian Wally was watching right now, he'd be proud of me saying that. I tried listening to Manowar, dude. I don't understand it. And then some people have been trying to like put me into power metal groups. I go, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Hang
Power
on, let me.
metal sucks.
Oh, some of it's really great.
Oh yeah, like what's that fucking group that fucking shreds like fucking won't shut up?
I'm talking about like early power metal.
I'm talking about this newer shit that's fucking just
Oh,
shred
that's
fest.
that's bad. That's pretty bad. That's
What's the
pretty
ZP?
terrible.
The guy was in the
Oh,
ZP.
Dragon. That's Dragon Force.
Dragon farts. Dragon
Uh,
farts. Oh
yeah.
man.
That I
I just want to say, man,
that, that
all you
doesn't that doesn't qualify as good power metal. I mean, I like it, even though I think it's really corny.
why is it called power metal when it sounds gay? It sounds like I love George Michael. Okay. It sounds like Wham with guitars.
Oh God.
Hey, I love Wham with guitars. Are you drinking or are you just drinking Pepsi?
I'm just having a Pepsi.
You
Diet
said
Pepsi.
you said you were
And
gonna drink.
Mike from suicidal tendencies. All he wanted was a Pepsi.
Oh, nobody gave it to him, so get the whiskey out, bitch.
Oh, I will get. Oh, yes, sir. Hang on a sec.
Oh, man. Well, I'm hanging.
Where the fuck is Jerry at?
Jerry is in Knoxville, Tennessee. So we weren't doing a podcast tonight. So it's the after show with no show
Oh,
recorded tonight because it's the holidays and we got four in the can. And all you people out there right now, we got a civil war going on right now between Maiden, Somewhere in Time, and Seventh Son, a Seventh Son. Which album will win? You got to listen to find out. No spoilers, bitches.
Somewhere in Time. I love Somewhere in Time more.
I'm not gonna say anything, man. But I like it when people comment on shit and they go, "This album wins. This album is." I just want to say, have you listened to the episode, or are you just giving me your opinion? Because we got like 2,000 people in the group, and we only get maybe 100 or 120 downloads a week. So
Who's joining?
2,000 people in
Sorry.
the group. Why aren't you guys listening to at least 5 minutes of the podcast? What do I have to do? Suck your dick? I'm just joking. I don't suck dick. But but isn't that weird? It's like 2,000 people in the group and we get not even that many downloads. Are they there just for my rants in the morning?
I just like that. I like listening to your podcast when I'm at work.
Yeah. Well, people
Yeah.
should listen to it. It's
I
free.
just haven't gotten around to the Iron Maiden one yet.
Yeah. I'm just
Here, I'll talk something about not a rant per se, but I want to talk about Somewhere in Time and Seventh Son. So those are the Maiden albums that divide a lot of fans, obviously, because that's when they started incorporating synthesizers into the mix. I still think they're great albums. I have no issues with them. Some people that were there since day one for Iron Maiden, they're not too wild about those albums, but that's just their opinion. In my opinion, I think Somewhere in Time is a damn masterpiece. And that's an example of good power metal. Somewhere in Time.
no.
Yeah, and
Don't
well,
don't 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 taint Maiden for me by calling them power metal.
what do you consider? Trying to think of like, what do
If
you
you
think
say
of like?
Dream Theater's power metal, I'm gonna get really pissed.
No, that's prog. That's
Yeah.
progressive metal. Like,
And so is the Maiden. It's prog. That's they were going proggy on that album. With fucking Loneliness of the Long
do you like?
Distance Runner, Alexander the Great was all fucking prog, man.
Do you like Halloween?
Halloween, I like some of it. I like their older stuff when they weren't much prog. Like the Seventh Keeper of the Seventh Keys.
That's
That was
power. I call that power metal.
it's
Is
but
Halloween?
the singer wasn't like what? I you know me in voices. If it's like too high and you're squeezing your balls, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like. I understand that you don't. I get it that you don't like King Diamond, and I get it that you don't like. Well, yeah, I get it that you don't like King Diamond, but Sabotage, I'm like, why don't you like Sabotage?
Because the guy's
Just be honest with me.
even Sabotage fans say the voice is not that good.
Really, I think he has one of the
I
best
hear
voices in
Sabotage
metal.
fans say, "Yeah, this guy's voice isn't that good, but the music's great." That's what I get from people, man, on
Well,
Sabotage. People who like Sabotage.
I guess I'm different because I think his voice is great.
And then people go, "Did you listen to this era? Did you listen to that era? The voice is better on that era." And I go, "I've listened to every fucking era of it, and I tried to listen to it. I listen when people give me stuff. Do you think I just go into things wanting to shit on it?
No,
I go into things wanting to find something to expand my musical horizon.
oh, by the way, I love your Signals shirt. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks to my girlfriend Jen. She gave me this for Christmas. She's awesome.
I
I
dig
love
it.
she rules.
I
Uh
dig it.
can't wait to spend New Year's Eve with her and her family on we're going to the Rose Parade. I'm gonna freeze my ass up my nuts off.
Right on. Now here's a band that I mean, I don't hate this band, but I don't get excited about them as much as a lot of other early hard rock fans do of the early 70s hard rock bands. I never got Uriah Heep. Never got into them.
I get that.
You
Me
know
too.
what?
I saw them open up for Priest. I wasn't impressed.
It's not that it's not terrible, but it doesn't grab me. It doesn't grab me. The those early albums, yeah, they're heavy. I think the vocals are a turnoff for me on
I
those albums.
agree.
I think
Totally.
he's just I have a problem with people that are like that have those acrobatic vocals that go whoa, whoa like that, like Whitney Houston style. I have a major issue with that. The only time I don't have a problem with that is Crimson Glory. That guy, the guy Midnight, he sung like that, but he made it sound cool. But Uriah Heep, it's just to me, you had Deep Purple, you had Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and
Nazareth.
early Queen and huh?
Nazareth.
Nazareth and early Queen.
I just got
And
into
that's
Nazareth.
great. I love Nazareth too. And that's early hard rock. And Uriah Heep is kind of in the talks of like being one of the first like prototype heavy metal bands. And yet they have some heavy riffs here and there, but they just don't cut it for me. And if people like them, I don't have an enjoy them. It's cool. I just don't. I listen to Demons and Wizards. I listen to Look at Yourself. I listened to the live album. It just didn't do anything for me.
I think I like one or two songs by them, but I can't remember what those one or two songs
I like a
are.
couple songs. I like a couple songs. I even have the compilation on my iPhone, but I'm gonna get rid of it because it just even the songs that are good are just like whatever. I could live without them being on my iPhone.
Yeah, I've got all this Slayer and fucking Ghost on my fucking iTunes that I'm gonna get rid. I only had that when I was on thatmetalstation.com for request. I even have Uriah Heep for request, and that's why I like a couple songs. But I think people talk about Uriah Heep, Uriah Heep. Nobody talks about Nazareth, you know. That is a fucking great band.
They are.
Now
And my
you're
favorite,
messing with a son of a
that,
bitch.
and my favorite album is the popular one.
Yeah, me too.
His hair of the dog.
Me
Yeah,
too.
one thing about it that I love. It's got a great album cover.
Yeah.
Love the album cover. That's what pulls me in for that one. It's like when I was looking for Iron Maiden albums, and when I got to Best Buy, the first Maiden album I bought was Debut and Killers, and I saw those album covers, and they looked so wicked and horror inspired, and I'm like, I gotta have it.
You know that was the opposite with me because I grew up in a Christian household with my grandpa, and that stuff scared me, especially when they had an album named Number of the Beast, right? And I'm sitting
Right?
there going, ah, I don't those covers, that's evil, evil. But fucking what's sad that I got into Motley Crue and shout at the devil with the pentagram and shit, but Inspired Maiden's Eddie scared the fuck out of me, you know?
Um,
And then you listen to Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, Too Fast for Love, great albums. But then my friend who was a Mormon at In-N-Out Burger, Lonnie, he was going, he said he got in my car and he put in Power Slave. And I started, what the fuck is this? I hear 2 minutes to midnight, I hear all this shit, and I go, what is this? They're talking about history and fucking literature, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. I go, fuck, I want to hear Number of the Beast now. So I went and listened to Number of the Beast. They're talking about revelations. They're talking about what God is saying in the Bible. I go, this ain't bad. It's a number of man.
no.
This
And
ain't
honestly, when it comes to that metal, like I wasn't allowed to listen. I mean, my mom didn't really care what I listened to back then, as long as she didn't have to hear it.
it's like
But
Black Sabbath after forever is talking
uh,
about God.
the first time I heard a Black Sabbath song was War Pigs, and when I heard the lyric, Satan laughing spreads his wings, I'm like, am I going to hell for listening to that?
Right?
It was just
But they're
crazy.
talking about the
But but
war.
but the song is so great that when I got older, I don't care about lyrics as much. I like to hear a great song. Some bands that I love have some terrible lyrics. I mean, I love Accept, but Accept has some pretty kind of lyrics like blah. They're
Poison.
just I like Poison. Well, it's different than
Well,
Accept.
I don't
But
know how.
I like well, as you'll see when we do our BS sessions for something,
Something.
you'll get to hear
Oh,
a genre.
we're gonna do our top 11 hair metal bands that transitioned into the 90s. Hair metal albums from the 90s that hair metal wasn't even fucking thought of in the 90s, but there was lots of bands still making it, you
And
know.
there's some good ones out there.
Oh yeah, and Mark
There's
Dolly
some
was
great
arguing
ones.
with me on that. And
There's
then
some good ones.
he started thinking, oh, I forgot about this band. I forgot about that band. I forgot about this band. I forgot about that band. Yeah, you did. But I'm going to be devil's advocate on Poison.
All right.
Their lyrics did not repeat that much. They had a great chorus, a great pre-chorus, and they had a great groove. I don't know why it must have been the look that they got shit on about by the fucking old crusty metalheads out there who don't like to have fun. It's party fucking
It,
rock. It's fucking, they love Kiss. They love fucking Kiss. They love
it's
70s
good.
Kiss. 70s Kiss lyrics. Poison's lyrics are better.
It, and you know what?
I went
For
to
the
the
genre,
firehouse. Come on, man.
excuse me, for the genre that it is, I dig Poison. And I love a lot of stuff. Like I love like black metal, I love death metal, but I love Poison too. And it's all right. Hey, if people don't like Poison, it's all right. I don't let it bother me because they don't pay my rent.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
I enjoy what I enjoy.
First
I like
album.
Poison. I won't go out and say that I'm the biggest Poison fan ever, but they have some catchy
The,
songs
the
that I can
thing
hang with.
the thing is, most of their songs could be Kiss could do them, you know, but
Yeah,
Poison, it's like look what the cat dragged in. A title track, right? It says, "Oh my God, look what the cat dragged in, living my life,
my
sin
life,
after
sin
sin.
after sin.
Night rolls up, and I do it again. Oh my God, look what the cat dragged in."
There's a
That is
there's a
total Kiss lyrics
there,
right
there,
there.
there's a part of that song that makes me laugh.
You're gonna say, "Take it
I
outside," are you?
I woke up with my hair's like a bird's nest. I look like hell. I just can't tell. He's I think that's funny.
Oh, dude, and come on, Mama, please let me go to the show. I dig them bad boys playing that rock and roll. What's wrong with that? That is fucking total fucking rock all night
I will
party
say,
every day
I
shit.
will say, even though I'm not a Kiss nerd,
Neither am
I love
I.
look. Listen. I love Kiss. I do love '70s Kiss, and I
70s
love
Kiss is the
some of the.
best.
I love some of the '80s Kiss too, but I'm not like a be all end all Kiss fan. Like there's some shitty stuff they made for sure, and I think Monster is a great album. I think it's a great way to close their career. I think it's a decent. It's a good album. I like Crazy Nights. A lot of people get turned off by that album. I think Crazy Nights is all right. It's
Listen to
fine.
our review on Freeform
It's
Rock
fine.
Podcast. I love with Jeff Beers. I love that fucking album.
It's fine for what it is. I dig it. I don't have a problem with it.
I love Crazy
I
Nights.
have a problem with Hot in the Shade. Hot in the
I
Shade.
like most of Hot in the Shade.
Hot in the Shade is a hot
It
turd.
could have been a 10-song album. It was too long.
It's
I
not a
like
great album.
Cadillac Dreams. That's a great song, man.
I like Rise to It, even though it copies heavily from Cinderella.
Come on, Hide Your Heart.
Oh God, I hate that song.
I love that fucking song.
That's terrible. Uh,
Terrible.
Ace Frehley's version sucked. Molly Hatchett's version sucked. Bonnie Tyler's version sucked.
I
It's
didn't know
all.
that. I didn't know all those people. I knew Ace did it. I didn't know all those other people did it.
I mean, as much as I love Molly Hatchet, I'm afraid to hear that version.
They have a version of that. Are you sure it's that version?
Yes, I'm sure it's that version.
Bonnie Tyler too?
On the RMCP review of Ace Frehley's Trouble Walking, that version of Hide Your Heart is on that album for Trouble Walking, and Ralph brings up the Molly Hatchet cover and the Bonnie Tyler and all that stuff. And by
Shit,
the
they
way, you know what? That's a good album. Is Trouble Walking? I do like that album.
I love Ace except 10,000 volts.
Ooh, that's a terrible album.
That
That
is
sucks. And you
one of
know
those.
what? That album was like a bait and switch for me because I heard the title track. I'm like, all right, this is what I'm talking about. This is some classic Ace. I mean, it's not Shakespearean
And then you
lyrics,
hear Cherry
but
Medicine and you want to throw
it's
up.
oh my god, that song was terrible. It was like I liked the song better when it was called Stacy's Mom.
I love Stacy's mom. You know,
I like that song too, but
Stacy's
I don't need
mom's hot.
another.
Who doesn't want Stacy's mom?
I don't need another version of that song. But Trouble Walking's a great album. It came after Second Sighting, which wasn't very good. That
No.
was not a good album. No, it
Fragrance
had a
Comet,
couple
the first
songs.
one was great.
It had a couple decent songs on Second Sighting, but it was more of a Todd Howarth album than an Ace
I love
Frehley.
Todd Howarth,
I
which
do.
which
Oh no, no, no!
we
I
interviewed him on Freeform Rock Podcast. We got a
I
video and audio podcast with him.
I concur. I like Todd Howarth's voice, but I wouldn't let him sing all of the songs on the album.
Oh, it's an Ace Frehley album. Why the fuck
It's
is
an
he
Ace
singing that?
Frehley album, but from the first Frehley's Comet album, for example,
Rock Soldiers, Into the Night.
Rock Soldiers. Some of the songs are sung by Ace, some of them are sung by
Yeah,
Todd,
it was a great mixture.
and that was a good mixture.
But do
And
you
I
think
love
Ace was just
Trouble.
fucked up? He didn't want to sing?
Oh, Ace was very fucked up on Second Sighting,
I
but on Trouble Walking, one of my favorite Ace songs is um, "Too Young to Die." That's what it's called.
It's a good one.
Bad Boys Are Coming, and that's got Richie Scarlett on lead vocals. That's a good one. And you got Sebastian Bach and uh, Snake Sabo doing the harmonies for the
I love
chorus.
Snake.
Yeah, that's a great song, and that's a great album, shot full of rock. I even like the cover of "Do Ya." That's a great album. It's a pretty damn good album. I dig that album. But my favorite Ace album is definitely the '78 solo. That's a fantastic record.
That is his best. That's the best Kiss album.
With the logo, right?
Yeah, I love that.
I agree with Ralph. That's the best Kiss album with the Kiss logo. But my
Yeah.
favorite Kiss album is Dress to Kill.
Dress to
Uh,
Kill is a good album. But Alive and Alive 2 have better versions of those songs to me.
yeah, a lot. You've heard my stance that I'm not too crazy. I get picky about live albums
Yeah.
because I'm like, I want if they're gonna do it live, I need them to bring something new to those studio tracks. And Kiss did it right. They did it more than right. They did it amazingly well with Alive and Alive 2. Which I prefer Alive over Alive 2 because I feel like sometimes Alive 2, and I love it. I don't have a problem. My problem with Alive 2, one example is God of Thunder. I did not need that drum solo in God of Thunder. I did not need to hear Paul doing the harmonies for Get Your Soul. I did not need to hear Paul sing that. Gene was fine just singing it on his own, even though that song was originally having Paul in mind doing the lead vocals, but I'm glad Gene did it instead because that's like a demon song. But yeah, I that's the one of the little gripes I have with Alive 2 is it just God of Thunder should never have had a drum solo in my opinion. Peter Criss is a great drummer, but I don't need to hear a drum solo like that in the middle of an already great song. Just kind of keep it to the point.
You know what I hate about Peter
What?
Criss?
What?
His voice.
Why?
I can't stand Hard Luck Woman. I think
Oh,
that's
I don't
a
like that. I don't like that song either. It's
I
okay.
like Baby Driver,
I
and
hate that song.
I like
I
what's the other song?
hate that
I
song.
like Black Diamond. I think
That's
I
a
like
great song.
Baby Driver and Black Diamond. Beth,
I love Beth.
Poison could sing a better ballad. It's called Every Rose Has a
Uh,
Thorn.
I love Beth.
Yeah, Beth is
I
gay.
love I hate Baby Driver. I hate Hard
But
Luck Woman.
come on, Beth. It's
Beth,
like you got
you know,
Kiss. They're like the fucking best band in the world, and they fucking bring out Beth for the bitches. I
hey, you
don't
know what? This
understand
song, I
that.
think. Hey, Kiss fans, this video is for you.
We talked way too much about that fucking shitty band. God damn, we should talk more about Rush, but I have nothing to say about Rush that I haven't
We
already
can talk about
said.
Rush. We can talk about Rush. I love Rush.
Fucking well, fucking what do you got to say about Rush, man? Give me something.
They're my top five favorite bands of all time.
Why is that?
They're just very special to me. I remember when I was a kid getting new into rock music and I played Guitar Hero. And one of the songs on the game was YYZ. And I heard that song and it intimidated me because I never heard anything like that. I was like it made me nervous, but I'm like I want to listen to it again. And I thought it was fantastic. And I went out and I got the album that song was on, of course, Moving Pictures, and the vocals were like, "Whoa!" And I immediately loved it. I love Geddy Lee's voice, and Moving Pictures just it broke my Rush cherry.
Nice.
And
That
I'm a huge Rush fan. Rush has gotten me through a lot of tough times. They're just a fantastic band. They're one of those bands that I get emotional when I hear them. I think they're fantastic. I think like when it comes to 70s and early 80s Rush, I really can't think of a bad song.
even Hold Your
I
Fire.
mean,
Everybody shits on that album, dude.
what the is Time Stand still on that album?
Yes.
That's all right. That's an
Okay,
okay
under
song.
lock and key, I don't want to face the killer instinct, face it in
It's
you or me, so we keep it under lock and key. I love, dude, Neil wrote his best, like, emotional lyrics on Hold Your Fire, except for Ty Shan, that's a piece of shit. But the whole, fucking, Force 10, Lock and Key, The Mission, Spirits Fly on Dangerous Missions, Imaginations are on fire, focused high on soaring ambitions, consumed with a single desire, in a grip of nameless possession, a slave to the driving obsession, a spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. It's like he had such great lyrics on that fucking album, and nobody fucking all they hear is do 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 do. They hear the fucking keyboards. They ain't listening to the brilliance of fucking Neil Peart, man.
like I said before, I love Rush with everything in me. And I got to say, like Fly By Night, I mean, aside from the title track, I think that album's very underrated. I
The
think it's
fuck
got
is wrong? Oh,
a lot of hidden gems on that album
By
that don't
Torn the
get
Snow
talked
Dog,
about.
man.
By Torn the Snow Dog, Beneath, Between, and Behind, Best I
Making
Can,
memories
Anthem, for crying out
at
loud.
the fucking
In
Needles
the
first
end,
album. In the end,
and I think I still got my Fly By Night shirt in my closet. I
I need
love
to
that
get
album.
that. That's my next shirt. I got my
And that's,
favorite.
I think,
Well, this used to be my favorite Rush album because of Subdivisions. That got that like as a bullied kid listening to that song, it spoke to me. But the last album, Clockwork Angels, took that over for me because
that's your favorite Rush album.
it is now. This is my second now.
Ooh, okay, well,
Dude, they went
hey,
out with a fucking bang, dude, with the Garden, Headlong Flight. Fucking great fucking album, dude. Carnies.
I don't think I've heard anybody talk bad about that album.
Dude, it's one of the best albums they've ever made, dude.
It's
It
one
is
of
the
the
best
best
album.
Swan song albums ever.
It is. Chris Czynszak from Decibel Geek picked that. I think Al Horta did too on Black Spinner Circle. Plug bitches, plug me a little bit more, you know.
Black Spinner Circle is awesome.
Yeah, I was on there last night doing
I
our Rush
I
Miss.
miss being on there because I work on Wednesday nights and that's when they
Uh,
usually record.
but you know what? Another Canadian band that was really cool.
Triumph. Ah, all right, nice.
It's
Still
like
haven't watched that.
this is a great documentary. Not as good as the Rush one because Rush rules, and so does Triumph. It's like
I love Triumph. Oh, I love Triumph.
it's like, dude, if I'm ever down in the dumps, I love Rush, I love Subdivisions, but if I need something to pick me up, I go to fucking Fight the Good Fight, Hold On, and Never Surrender. Those
I
three
go for Ma-
songs make
I
me
go for
feel
Magic
great.
Power.
Oh,
I go
well,
for
I was
Magic
gonna get to
Power.
that. The four songs that if you're fucking depressed, you need to get picked up. Hold On, Magic Power, Fight the Good Fight, and Never Surrender. What band has four songs that'll do? Rush doesn't even have that for me. It's Triumph, and like I'm in like getting a divorce. I'm fucking in a depression. I start listening to Never Surrender and Allied Forces and Just the Game.
You
Those
know
three
what Ralph
albums.
talked about in some reviews where he would bring up certain songs that got him through some tough times. And one of them he mentioned was Fight the Good Fight from Triumph. He brought up Saxon, Never Surrender,
Good one.
brought up I'm Me from Twisted Sister,
Good one.
Blue Collar Man from Styx.
Yeah.
Those are all like songs that it's like for the common man that
But the thing is, you
don't give
got
up.
You got Triumph. Hold on. I sing this song for the common man, for the people in
I
despair.
love
I
Hold On.
bring my song into the world and I sing it everywhere. And also, he starts off with music holds a secret. To know it can make you whole. It's just not a game of notes. It's the sounds inside your soul. And then you go to fucking Hold On. Well, I already did Hold On. Then you go to Never Surrender. Because never surrender. Keep your dreams alive. And then Magic Power, Magic Power. I'm young now, I'm wild now, I want to be free. I got the magic power of the
Of
music
the
in me.
music and me.
And then you got, what the fuck? I drank too much.
No, it's a,
Ah,
just I'll do some about Hold On. You know what I love about Hold On?
but,
Near the end of the song, it has like that disco kind of thing.
well, it's like a
Did.
funk. It's funk.
I dig it. I
Don't
think
call it disco.
that's cool though.
It's
It's cool.
funky. It's not disco, man.
I'm just busting your chops.
Yeah, I hate fucking
Uh,
disco.
I love that song. It's a great song. And you know what the thing about Triumph that's really amazing? Not only do you have a great singer in Rick Emmett, but you have a great singer in Gil Moore.
Yeah. And drummer, dude. He doesn't get any
He's a great drummer. And Rick Emmett, to me, the two most underrated guitarists, well, the three most underrated guitarists are Rick Emmett, Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult, and Dave Meniketti from Y&T.
Yep.
Three very underrated guitar players.
Y&T is
Three great vocalists.
there is.
Ozzy Osbourne wanted Dave Benicchetti. I'm a little drunk too. David Benicchetti
I'm
in
not
his
drunk, dude.
band.
I'm just buzzed. I don't get drunk anymore, dude. I don't like to
I'm a
throw
little.
up. When you get drunk, you throw
I'm
up.
not. I mean, I'm not drunk. I'm just a little buzzed, but I'm having
Buzz is
fun.
cool.
Uh, Man, I love Y&T. Why don't we need to talk more about Y&T on this channel?
Yeah, dude.
Another great band.
I've seen them three
Just
times lately,
that
and they are so good, dude.
just that's a perfect run of albums from Earthshaker to and Rock We Trust.
Dude, the
It's just a,
last album they fucking released was fucking amazing. And
one of those songs. Don't stop running. What a great motivational
that's Keep
tune.
On Running, isn't it? Oh, it's Don't Stop Running.
Don't
Yeah.
stop running.
Yeah, that's a great fucking song, dude.
Kings and Queens.
Guillotines and fucking rock and roll's gonna save the world. Don't you
I
know
hope.
that's a
I
way
sure
of
hope it will.
yeah.
But even though it's kind of corny, sometimes I love Lipstick and Leather. That song's
Oh,
fun.
Lipstick and Leather rules,
That's a fun song. It's
dude.
got Dee Snider in the video. It's
I
funny.
love Contagious, that whole album, Contagious.
It's got in Rock We Trust. It has my favorite Y&T ballad. This time, that's my
Oh, it's a
favorite
great
Y&T
fucking
ballad.
song, dude.
It's I love when that chorus hits. This time I don't have to be afraid. This time all the it's just
Dude, there is no bad Y&T album.
they're just a great band. So
Even
underrated.
Down for the Count is a good album.
And you know what? I'll take Summertime Girls over Girls any day.
I would too.
It's a
They didn't
great
want to do
song.
that. They didn't want to do that song, dude.
It's a great song. Yeah, it did kind of shed them of their like heavy metal type music, kind of shed them of that for a little while. But it's
Dude,
still a great music. It's still great music. It's a great
Earth
song.
Earth Shaker is one of the fucking most underrated albums of all time.
That is a heavy album.
Fucking heavy
Hurricane.
as fuck, man.
When I sent you that, I told you I was cranking Y&T
Yeah.
today. I put it on, and it was my shuffle, and Rescue Me came on. I'm like, hey. I'm
God
like,
damn, that album's
I need,
fucking
and
awesome.
it starts all melodic, and then I want you to rescue, ba 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 ba. Very
I played that so
crunchy.
much on that metal. I played so much Y&T in that metalstation.com. I think I
You know,
played them more than any fucking person on that station, dude.
that's a guitar team that doesn't get talked about enough. It's Dave McKinney and
Alba?
Joey
Alba,
Alba.
right?
Yeah, what a great guitar team that is.
Have you
Ron Kennemore
seen have you
is
seen
Ron Kennemore. That's his name, right?
he's the bass player.
But is the that did I get his name right?
Yeah, Kennemore, that's the bass player.
Yeah, he's a great singer too. Check out Squeeze. He
Dude,
sings great
on
on that.
Earthshaker, dude, you got Hungry for Rock, Dirty Girl, Shake It Loose, Squeeze, Rescue Me,
Dirty Girl,
Hurricane.
man.
Hurricane. It's a
Dirty
fucking
Girl.
Dirty
Dirty
Girl.
Girl,
Great
man.
song. And then
What
their
about
last album was Face Melter, dude.
I Believe in You?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you heard fucking Face Melter from 2010, the last Y&T
you know
album?
what? I honestly haven't. I need to check that
Oh,
out.
dude, it's got On With the Show. That is the title of the documentary. Have you seen the documentary On With the Show?
No, what can I find it on?
I don't know. I got it on DVD. I bought it on
I
Blu-ray,
would
dude.
like to watch that.
Dude, they got How Long on that album. Wild Child, Hot Shot, Blind Patriot, Gonna Go Blind. It's talking about jacking up. Gonna go blind, gonna go blind, gonna go blind. Losing My Mind. How Long is a
It,
great
it's
song, dude.
it's a tough choice between my two favorite Y&T
I'm
albums.
gonna send you the song On With the Show from fucking Face Melter.
It's
You know,
either
Dr. Fuck loves
either
that album too, man.
really. Oh, cool.
Face Melter, I got
It's either Black Tiger or Mean Streak as my favorite. That's
I like Contagious, dude. It's just the timeline for me on that one. It's like, hey,
yeah,
it's or
those
10,
are
dude. 10. I love
like
10.
if we're talking about underrated bands, Y&T definitely belongs on that list,
Dude,
along with
have you heard the album 10 from 1990?
yeah, it was. It's pretty damn good.
You got Hard Times, Lucy, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Girl Crazy, Come In From the Rain, Hot and Ready, She's Gone, Let It Go, 10 Lovers, Surrender. It fucking great album top to bottom from 1990.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
a great album.
oh dude, it's such I
It's
had that
great.
when it first came. And he got
Another
Struck
band.
Down. You know Struck Down?
Yes.
You know the song Struck Down, dude. Fucking great. Nasty Sadie, Dreams of Egypt, I'm Lost, Stargazer, Round and Round. It's only a 32-minute album with 8 songs, dude.
They're up there, underrated, very underrated. Y&T, Thin Lizzy, Cheap Trick, UFO. They're all underrated bands.
Yeah, the thing is, Cheap Trick got in the Hall of Fame.
They did, but
Y&T, I don't think will ever get in there, dude.
they won't. But you know what? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is just a bunch of BS to begin with. It's a museum. Bruce Dickinson said it himself. It's a museum. Rock and roll isn't supposed to be in an exclusive museum. Rock and roll is rebellion.
Yeah.
It's anti-establishment. It's not rock and roll is outsider music. It's not to be cool. It's not trying to fit in with things. Rock and roll is just
You,
it's for
you,
people that don't have for people that are outsiders.
I'm gonna go on a fucking rant right now.
Do
I'm
it.
tired of this fucking pop, rap, fucking hip hop, fucking crap, fucking shit, lip sync, fucking whatever shit. You know, our bands lip sync too, like Kiss and Motley Crue. They do that shit. But the thing is, pop, rap, hip hop, the new shit is fucking horrible. It's fucking background music. It's fucking background music. There ain't no fucking soul. There ain't no fucking heart in Beyonce. Beyonce's just a fucking, let's do a country album. You know, Bon Jovi did that, but at least that country album was fucking good to me, at least. I liked Lost Highway by fucking Bon Jovi. But fucking Beyonce, yeah. God damn, what's wrong with you people? Shania Twain's better than you, Beyonce.
Is there anybody more overrated than Beyonce?
Yes, Taylor Swift.
Why did I ask that question?
Taylor Swift is so overrated. Bob Hayes fucking like he's fucking having steam out of his ears right now. He's probably gonna mess with me. I love you,
I know
Bob,
that.
but Taylor Swift sucks, man. Become a man. Stop listening to her.
I
I'm not
don't
being
think her is not.
misogynistic.
I don't agree with Bob Hay very much, but I do like some Taylor Swift. I ain't gonna lie. I got it. I got some soft spot for some of her music. There's some music that's from her that's really crappy, but there are some music. There's some songs from her I can hang with.
You
You
could
want to
just
know one?
you could
You
just
want to know
shake it
one of
up.
them that's really good?
Probably shake it up, probably.
No, I hate that song.
Good, thank you.
Wildest Dreams. I like that song. That's a
What
good
album
song.
is that from?
1989.
Yeah, that's the
That's the
album
one. It
Bob
has
keeps trying
Shake
to
It
get.
Up. It's got Shake It Up on it. The album cover looks like a Polaroid photo.
Taylor Swift will never be as good as Triumph at the S Festival.
Unfortunately, these tweens and TikTokers nowadays will just say, "What Triumph? Huh? What's that? It's the
Triumph,
motorcycle
rock and
brand,
roll
right?"
machine, faster than you ever seen. Rock and roll machine, all those eyes looking at you.
Yeah.
Ordinary man, one of the greatest fucking songs of all time off Allied Forces.
And there's some good bands that aren't really like hard rock that are really good that I love. Like I love Men at Work.
I love Men at Work, dude. Overkill.
Business as Usual, Cargo.
Oh
Those are
God,
good
I love
albums.
I love Colin Hay. I saw him with Ringo's All Star Band. Really good, and I think they're touring. Jerry says he is in the band. I thought he wasn't. Uh,
I dig them. I think they're a good.
you ever
They're kind of
watch? You
like
ever watch Scrubs?
I don't like that show.
Okay, I think if I tell you to go watch this one episode, you might like that show.
What is Colin Hay in it?
Yes. Go watch the show titled My Overkill.
Mind Overkill. Okay.
My Overkill.
My
My
Overkill.
Overkill. It's
Oh,
like
because of the song. Okay.
Colin Hay is in that whole episode playing that song day after day, reappear. Not, and he's like in a thing, he's dead, he's doing this. He's just playing that song. And then finally at the end of the show, Dr. Cox is yelling at JD, right? And Colin Hayes just sitting there playing his acoustic guitar. Dr. Cox just looks at him, takes the guitar, smashes it. I hate that song. I'm gonna show you. They got a YouTube video where it puts it in sequence of that song. I will. That is one of the best shows of all time. You never liked Scrubs, dude?
No, not
Oh
really.
my God, dude, they are like us. There's a show where they have all the fucking interns on the bottom doing Space Invaders. They're going doot, 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 and they're sitting there throwing water balloons at them and knocking them out. And they go, "Hey, you need to be the ship." They go, doot, 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 doot.
Yeah, but I want to talk. I really don't watch TV that much.
I will show you that my overkill. I will show you in
Uh,
sequence of Colin Hay in there. I will
was
send
that
you.
like was Scrubs? That was in the mid 2000s, wasn't it?
Yes, dude, that is
Yeah.
one of the dude. That is one of the best series of all time. It's so fucking funny. Do you like Brendan Fraser?
Yes.
He is in there in one of the most saddest arcs of all time. You gotta see this. Dr. Cox is a bitch. And you got Dr. Kelso. Oh my God, dude. You need to watch Scrubs, dude. Except to when they get to like JD and Turk leave. Yeah, it's not that good.
What do you think of The Office?
I love The Office, except when James Spader came in.
The thing about The Office is, I don't hate The Office, but I don't like laugh out loud at it.
What do you mean laugh out loud?
Like I don't like laugh. I don't spread all the memes about it. It's funny, but it doesn't make me like ha 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 at it. It just I'm like, hey, that's a funny joke. It's hard for me to laugh at something.
I'm gonna show you
I'm
that my
just
I'm gonna give you that my overkill in sequence from that episode on YouTube. And
okay.
you give me a, you know what I hate when I send you fucking, when I send people shit and they don't give me their opinion on it. It's like I sent you this. I want to know what you think about it.
Like when you sent me the Oingo Boingo song,
Yeah, but
and I gave you my opinion
you
on
did
it.
give me your opinion. But there's lots of people
Yes.
that don't give me their opinions on shit. It's like we're in our freeform BS chat group, right? I send this thing and it's like squirrel. Somebody else says something, and then what I said is like disappeared. And I go, so what did you think of that song I just sent you? You know, Travis, every time you send something, I give you an opinion on that. I go back and tell you and reply to it because I make sure everybody gets what their
I
opinion.
posted some thrash in the chat. There was a really good thrash band called Doctor Living Dead that have kind of like a suicidal tendencies kind of
I
sound. You
didn't
should
see
check
that.
that.
I will go back and look at it.
Yeah, they're good. They
You
only
know, I
have two
work
albums,
too. You
but
know, sometimes I miss things. But
I
these
know I
fuckers didn't
posted
miss
that
it. They just fucking
and
overlooked it.
Mark Daly, I love you, man. But then as soon as I
Dolly
posted
is
that, uh,
Dolly. Dolly.
whatever, Mark Dolly, whatever. Anyways, I posted the Doctor Living Dead video. I'm like, oh, cool. Maybe people talk about a different band besides Kiss. All of a sudden, here's the Van Hagar post. Here's a Kiss post in the chat. I'm like, oh, great. Got to talk about Kiss again.
He did that to me yesterday when I asked people about a band and he started talking about fucking some
I
other
get
person.
so I'm like Ralph. I get so pissed off when I'm trying to promote some bands that are very like underground, underrated, that need to be talked about more. And then people go like, "Oh, Kiss." I'm
Dude,
like, ah.
I'm going to say something. I like Kiss, but they are the one of the most overrated bands of all time.
In aspects they are, but 70s, like early 70s Kiss, pre Kiss Alive, that was when Kiss was hungry and they wanted to be big. And they proved that they wanted something. They wanted to be somebody. Those first three albums are really good.
It's like I look at bands in that era. Styx is better than Kiss.
Mhm. Yeah,
I go,
I
goes,
think I like some Styx albums more than Kiss.
yeah.
You know
The
what? I'll say
70s,
this.
I will go
You
on a
know
limb
what?
right
I'll
here.
say
I don't
this.
care if I piss people off. Styx's 70s albums are better than Kiss's 70s albums.
I'll say this about Styx. I think The Grand Illusion is better than any 70s Kiss album.
Exact. Well, Pieces of Eight is better than the fucking Kiss album too.
Yeah.
Pieces of Eight is a fucking classic.
Well, you know what? I think the better American band of the 70s, well, besides Van Halen, is Aerosmith. I think Aerosmith is
I
70s Aerosmith.
always say
70s Aerosmith beats Kiss, in my
70s
opinion.
Aerosmith beats anybody in the 70s except Zeppelin.
Except Zeppelin and 70s Van Halen.
Yeah. Well,
Eh,
70s Van Halen was 77, dude. So I'm going by content in the 70s.
yeah, true. But it's like the 60s. The 60s had great music, but then when those first two Zeppelin albums came out in 69, it
Yeah,
just rewrote the book, you
it
know?
did.
And the same thing
Zeppelin
with Van
rules,
Halen.
dude. But
And I'm not
then they
a
came up with Hot Dog.
uh,
And the
I,
crunch. Fuck the crunch. It
I
ruined a great album.
I agree with you and disagree with you. I hate the crunch. I love hot dog, but I hate
Why?
the crunch. I hate the crunch. I hate that that album was on Houses of the Holy, and I
Right? It
felt that
ruined it. That album
I
was flowing so well.
I
And then
wouldn't
the
say
crunch
it.
comes on.
I wouldn't say it ruined the album, but
It didn't ruin it, but it's like a
I would have
skipper.
I would have replaced it with Houses of the Holy, the song, because that was made
Okay.
for the album. But
Zeppelin
I think Page said that that song sounded too similar to some other songs on that album. Like, no, it doesn't.
Zeppelin 1, perfect album. Zeppelin 2, perfect album.
Perfect album.
House of the Holy, not a perfect album because of the crunch.
Zeppelin 3, not a perfect album.
I like Zeppelin 3 better than a lot of
You know
and it
what? I see people post that Zeppelin 3 is their favorite Led Zeppelin album.
that's not
And
my
that could
favorite Zeppelin album. It's
no,
physical graffiti.
I see people post that and go, I go, really? That's your favorite? I mean, I like that album too, but those last two tracks just no thanks. Not a fan of what's the song before Hats Off to Roy Harper?
I don't remember, dude.
What's that awful song? The last song I hear on that album, and then I turn it off. Is That's the Way. That's a great song, and then after that is when I put the needle off.
Yeah, but you go
But
Zeppelin 1, Zeppelin 2, Zeppelin 3, you know,
Zeppelin 4 is a perfect album.
Zeppelin 4 is a perfect album. You got 1, 2, 3 is not a perfect album. 4 is a perfect album. And then House of the Holy is a perfect album.
No, it's not. It's got the grunge on it.
Oh no, I mean Physical Graffiti is
Physical graffiti.
Physical Graffiti is a perfect album. No,
That is a
the
perfect
crunge
album.
is horrible. It's like one of the worst songs I've heard in my entire life besides
Uh,
Hot Dog.
I used to think Presence was an imperfect album,
Oh,
but
Presence rules
the
all the
thing
way
is,
through.
but I used to not like Candy Store Rock, but now I love that song.
Candy Store Rock rules, dude.
I used to not like it, but now I love it. Now I think it's a perfect album.
And then you got In Through the Outdoor, which has Hot Dog.
Yeah. I love Hot Dog. The one song I don't like on that album, and it's not a bad song by any stretch, but Southbound Suarez never did anything for me.
Eh. Jerry don't like Carasalamba.
I love that song.
Well, that's a fucking amazing song, right? Fucking amazing fucking song, man. Man,
And
we talked a lot of fucking shit tonight.
Coda. Coda has its moments.
Coda's got its moments. The remastered.
Ozone Ozone Baby and Wearing and Tearing and We're
I'm
Gonna
gonna
Groove.
crawl. I'm gonna crawl is a great song.
Darlene.
I'm gonna crawl is a great song.
Yeah, it's a good tune. I dig it.
Yeah, Jerry's like pissed off that he's not talking Zeppelin right now. He's like, oh
Oh,
fuck
The
you guys.
Trees is an amazing song. And I'm not just saying that. I think
Dude,
it's a great song.
where did he get hobbit sex out of fucking the trees?
I don't know. but I think that
Zeppelin talks about hobbits more than fucking Rush did.
I love Jerry, but I highly disagree with him about the trees.
There's trouble in the forest. There's unrest with the trees because the
That
maples.
song is
They're
that
talking
song is
about fucking
it's
oppression,
about racism. It's about
about
racism.
racism. It's
That
about
song is
racism, man.
that song is prog psychedelic greatness.
But they were talking
I love
about
the part,
racism before people talked about racism.
love the instrumental part in that song where it gets all psychedelic like.
Yeah.
Love that part. Not
I
many
was
lyrics in that song.
I was so
There's not a
happy
lot of
Andy picked that song last night.
there's trouble in the forest. Oh, I
Trouble
love
with the
that.
trees. And they fucking like they made a law with hatchet, chain, and saw. Fucking they fucking made them even. But I don't like that shit where they make people even. Fucking it's like it's
The
like
trees.
I don't want you to get a job because you're a different color. I want you to get a job because you earned it. That's just me.
I think it's a great song. I like the Hemispheres is a perfect album. And it's kind of unfair to say that because it's only four songs. But they're four of the greatest Rush songs ever made. Sing the Sex One Book Two, Circumstances, The Trees, La Via Stringado. Can't get better than that, man.
Fucking great. Dude,
Ah,
like I always say, because I'm a Rush tard, but I'm a Rush tard who only gets on Jerry because he's my co-host about the trees.
I got more respect for Rush fans than Kiss fans. Let's just say that.
Oh, Kiss fans are assholes, dude.
Rush fans.
Rush fans are more
I mean, you
respectful.
got a little. A small margin of Rush fans that are a little too much to handle sometimes. But for the most part, Rush fans are they're they're respectful.
Respectful.
They're respectful, and they don't say, "Oh, your band sucks. Rush rules." They don't say that kind of
I've
stuff.
never said anybody band sucks except Ghost,
No,
Jerry. Ghost sucks.
Ghost rules.
Yeah. I only, you know
And
what?
and you know what? This band rules too.
Oasis?
Yes. Well,
You
this is no Gallagher's High Flying Birds, but I
I'm
love
just,
no.
why are you sucking that dude's dick?
Who? No Gallagher?
Former co-host.
Oh, I'm not want to talk about that guy. I already like I liked Oasis before I heard of so and so.
I like the thing is I do like Oasis. I'm not gonna lie, but the thing is I could only take them in increments. I can't listen
I
to a whole
think
album.
that Champagne Supernova is one of the best songs ever made.
No,
Ever.
no,
Okay, well then, that's just
no.
my.
Yeah, that's your
Okay.
opinion, but I'm just saying no, it isn't. The best song ever made is
No, it's,
fucking a.
I don't think it's the best song ever made. I think it's one of them to me.
It's
I
a
think the
Beatles
best.
fucking clone, dude. It's a Beatles fucking clone
My
song.
favorite song. It's kind of hard to say what my favorite song is.
Dude, my favorite song of all time is the
Okay,
Beatles' A
tell me.
Day in the Life.
Who? I got
That is
that's a tough.
progressive.
That's
That
one
is
of them.
progressive rock before progressive rock was out there.
There's three songs that I would consider the greatest of all
Maybe I'm
time.
wrong, but yeah.
There's three songs that I would consider the greatest of all time. Do you feel like we do a live version from Phantom Comes Alive? That's one of my favorite
Great
songs ever
song.
made.
Tesla does a great version of
Uh,
that.
Magic Power from Triumph in my top five favorite songs of all time. Mountain Song from Jane's Addiction, one of my favorite songs of all time. Tools,
I think 3 days is better than Mountain Song.
Love to Love from UFO, one of my favorite songs of all
I
time.
like the Axl Rose version too.
Yeah. Stargazer from Rainbow,
Yeah.
one of my favorite songs of all time. Stairway to Heaven. Even though it's a very short song, Blackbird is one of the best pieces of music ever put to a tape. Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Dude, I agree with you. I would take the Beatles, A Day in a Life #1, Rush Subdivisions #2, Rush, The Camera Eye and Witch Hunt,
You know
Rush
what? Funny
Cygnus
you should say that.
X1.
Funny you say that. Camera Eye is my second favorite Rush song of all time.
Fucking great. So I didn't pick it last night because I thought people would pick it. I picked Witch Hunt, which people picked
Great
on Black
song.
Scooter. But Camera I was so amazed when I saw that on a Time Machine tour. I was like, this is amazing. I get to see this shit live. It's like what it's like orgasmic to me. It was like I was fucking shooting a load when they were playing that song, dude.
You know, one of my favorite. It's kind of a weird choice to pick for a favorite song of one of my favorite songs of all time, but I love this man. "Baby's on Fire" from David Lee Roth. I love that song. That's my favorite David Lee Roth song solo.
Yeah.
It's real. It's got some funkiness to it, and that may be. It's not my favorite David Lee Roth solo album. A little late enough. It's a great album, but I think it has too many songs on it. I think "Eat 'Em and Smile" is the best David Lee Roth solo
It
album.
is.
And you know, when it comes to classic Van Halen with Dave, there's not a bad song in my opinion. The only
Yeah,
song
there
that
isn't.
I don't the only song I don't love from the David Lee Roth era is "Top Jimmy." I
What the
do like
fuck?
"Top Jimmy," but I like "Top Jimmy," but I don't love "Top Jimmy."
Oh, Jimmy. I love that fucking song, dude. Some friends
That's
of
the funny
mine
part,
just the
man.
other night when he hear some cool cat play. He said he sang so good that the roof fell in and he didn't even stop the show. Don't remember
Yeah.
the place, but I remember the face. And now everybody wanna go. I love that fucking song. You see, I know the lyrics. I know the
Do
fucking
you
song.
know the first Van Halen album I bought was "Diver Down"
That's
because
a
it had
great
Hank.
album. I love that fucking album.
I love that. It's a perfect album. It's perfect. I love. You know what? I even love Big Bad Bill.
I love Big Bad Bill. Big Bad Bill, sweet William
Sweet
now.
William
Doing the
now.
dishes, mopping up that floor.
It's a great song. I even love
He
the
used to go
the
out looking for a
da-da-da-da,
fight. Now he's got to
da-da.
come to Sweet Woman every night. I love that fucking song, dude.
I even love the Happy Trails song.
I love bomba-dee da bomba-dee da
What a great
bomba-dee.
way to end the album. What a
Happy
great way to end the album.
trails to you.
And who said that? And David Lee Roth Van Halen had some great ballads like "Secrets." It's a great ballad. Love that song. It's a
Dude,
beautiful ballad, man.
one of the best songs, Diver Down,
In a
dude.
simple rhyme.
Simple rhyme. How could fucking, dude,
Oh God, here we go.
Dr. Fuck gives me shit on this all the time. I always say Dave Harris better than Sammy Harris, and that's the truth. But he did leave us a message on our 500th episode that's coming up in a few weeks. He
Oh,
did leave us a message. Mark always says this, but yeah, that's cool. Thank you, Dr. Fuck, for leaving me that message. That fucking rules for Freeform Rock Podcast. I need all you guys to leave us a congrats or give us shit because I'm going to sprinkle that in because we are doing Black Sabbath Volume 4 for our 500th episode.
ooh, you are?
Yeah, me, Lee, Mooger, and Jerry.
Oh,
January
damn. I
24th.
November what? January 24th?
January 24th. That's when we're
Friday,
recording it.
right?
That's a Friday night. You want to be on
Do
there?
you
You
need
could be
it?
on there, dude.
Yes.
You could be on there.
Yes. I'll do that because that's my favorite Black Sabbath album.
Yeah, I was just gonna do just us four, but fuck, dude, I love you, man. You could come on there.
I love you too. I want to do that's my favorite Sabbath album, bro.
Yeah, we're doing that. Volume 4.
Let's
I
do
was
it.
gonna do Sabotage, but I think we did Sabotage. I picked Volume 4.
I would have loved to do Sabbath Bloody Sabbath.
Oh, that's a great album too. But I
You
want to
know
do
what? That has one of my favorite songs of all time, Spiral Architect.
that's
Oh.
a great album, dude.
But did you guys choose your tracks already for Volume 4? Because I have a song I want to choose.
No, I get to pick mine first
All right. Well,
because
the thing is, I love.
I started this show. I get to pick the fucking song, and when I pick the song,
But
I will let you know.
I love every song on that album, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be easy for me to do.
I get the first
I'm not
track.
picking FX. We're not picking. I'm not picking FX. But that song's kind of fun to listen to because it's kind of to me it's an interlude to Supernaut.
You know, we have more episodes than Rock and Metal Combat Podcast, but they got more downloads because they rule. Fuckers, give us downloads, bitches.
They did Volume 4 back in 2015.
Damn, you remember that? You're a
Mhm.
savant.
I got into them. I started listening to the RMCP in 2022
You
because in
know,
2020 I was watching Sea of Tranquility with Pete Pardo, and then early 2021 I went to YouTube and it said if you like Sea of Tranquility you'll like these channels, and I found Almost Human,
it was
and I
me.
found
I found I started listening to Decibel Geek when I was out on disability with my neck like this from work. And I go, I want to hear some podcasts. I was on my phone, Apple Podcasts, looking up rock. Decibel Geek came up first. I listened to them. And then I said, well, where's more? I want to listen to more rock podcasts. And I heard our Rock and Metal Combat podcast. I heard the first episodes with Terrence, which is okay.
oh,
It got, Terrence, it got better after you left. Okay. Uh,
it sure did.
it did, Terrence. I'm sorry. And then, but the thing
I
is,
you know what I will say, and I'm not giving any praise to Terrence. Fuck that guy.
no,
But I will
don't
say
fuck.
that
He
I'm
is
gonna say,
he said sorry
are
for
you
all the shit he
sure?
said. Yes.
You, I don't know. All right, but
He will never be on another freeform. He will never be my friend on Facebook. But the thing is, I will text him once in a while and say, how you doing?
I gotta say this:
Because he apologized to me and he
best
apologized for all his shit. So
best RMCP episode ever for unlawful carnal knowledge. That's the best RMCP episode I've ever
I was
heard.
on that episode.
That's my favorite one. It's my
I
favorite
talked.
episode.
I dude, I was working and I got on I had to go park, dude, because I couldn't get on. I lived in
Bro,
Victorville.
Ian gave you a break in that episode. He was busting your chops, but he busted Terrence more than he did you in
Yeah,
that.
Terrence wanted to quit that episode like 500 times, and me and Dr. Fuck talked him off the ledge. He finished it. But I had to go park in a parking lot on my phone to do that episode with them because I couldn't make it at home in time to do it. Because I love Rock and Metal Combat podcasts so much that I parked in the parking lot and Ian gave me shit about how my fucking sound was.
The sirens.
Yeah, the sirens in the background. Yeah. But the thing
like
is,
uh,
I parked to do that episode because I couldn't make it home in time to get there in
you
time for
know,
them.
when I joined the page, I got so pissed off because I'm like, man, I should have joined this page a long time ago because I met so many cool people. Because 2017 was the one of the worst years of my life. I got my heart broken, and I needed something funny to listen to. I should have joined the page then. Damn it, man. And I think Ralph and I went to a show even before the RMCP show started. I went to see Cheap Trick open for Aerosmith in 2012. I think Ralph was at that show because he said he never missed a Cheap Trick show.
No, he doesn't.
So I think it's like him and I are like two ships sailing by each other. The RMCP never even started yet, and I think I was at the same show as him. And that was at the show where Aerosmith performed Combination.
No, fucking
Oh, that was a great
nuts.
show. They played Walking a Dog and Combination, and Train Kept
Oh,
Rolling. No, they didn't play Train Kept Rolling. I got pissed off. They played Sweet Emotion instead. I love Sweet Emotion, but I want to hear freaking Train Kept Rolling, man.
but I'm
But
just saying, dude.
I,
Me and Ralph talked. Terrence was gonna leave the show because Ian was getting on his ass so much. I go, dude, he's just fucking with you, dude. Calm down. It's okay. We gotta. And the thing is, I was a dick to Ralph, and I fucking made amends with him, and we're cool now. The guy is awesome. It's always Ralph before Ian, but I love Ian
yeah,
also.
and
And
I'm
the thing is,
saying this.
I was kicked out of that group like 3 times. You
You know
know.
what? I'm not saying this because I love the podcast so much, but I got to witness firsthand how good of a guy Ralph is. He has always treated me very well. He's a very nice man. He's a gentleman. He has invited me on Almost Human Live before. He didn't have to do that, but he did. He's a great guy. I had fun with him when we went to see Noel Gallagher. He's just a sweetheart. He's a really good dude. He's very smart about music. And I've learned a lot of things. I learned about a lot of new bands that I've never even heard about before. So, yeah,
Hey, Ralph is a great guy, dude. Dude,
I love him and I love
he's
Ian.
done my podcast when I fucking overthought and had fucking all this shit, delusions of grandeur in my head and shit.
It's just
He
my
came
one
back and
my
he accepted me as a friend again, which is fucking cool. I've been on RMCP what 3 times lately?
this year.
Yeah, this year. Great
My
year with
one regret, man. Like I said, my one regret. I wish I joined the page sooner. But
dude,
you know what the
my
thing
one
was?
regret is not to piss off Ralph because that was my bad. That was my bad. That was
I
me being an asshole.
and I was new to that page, and people just accepted me. And
Yeah, you
there's one
motherfucker. You
guy.
blocked me for no reason, too.
There's oh there's one guy on there that I don't know how you feel about this guy, but I think this guy's cool. His name is Ron Dimer.
Ron Dimer. Oh, he's a dick, but I like him.
You know what the thing is? I was worried he wouldn't like me because I just posted some stuff that he didn't like some of the music I posted, but then he started liking some of the stuff I posted. And I've messaged him on Messenger, and he's a really cool dude. We've talked before. We messaged each other. He's a really nice guy, and he's commented on my personal page. He's a good dude. Like I remember back then, I remember someone on the page would talk to me and say, "Oh, Ian used to have it out with Ron Dimer when Ron first joined the page," and Bill Wang had to say, "Come on, Ian, give him a chance. He's not that bad of a
You know
person."
what pisses me off? Bill Wang, Ralph, and Ralph should fucking make amends. If I could make amends
No,
with Ralph,
Bill. I think Bill Wang has a very bad. I'm not. I don't know Bill Wang personally, but I think he has an alcohol problem. He needs to get it together.
just like our ex co-host here.
No, there's no hope for that dude.
No, there isn't.
No, I don't. I do not like.
But
I don't like.
I love the Wanger.
Uh,
Like, you know, I love that
you know
guy.
what? Maybe I shouldn't have talked about Bill Wang. Sorry.
Bill Wang is awesome. You know,
He probably is not going to watch this video anyway. I don't know.
no, he doesn't care about me. He thinks I'm funny when I wear my hat, but from work. But man, Bill
I
Wang's cool. Hey, Ian Wadley has said, "Get over it, Bill Wang. Come back." You know, so you know,
yeah, I love all the people on the page. I've made some really good friends on there. Hopefully, I get to meet them next year. And I'll support your podcast, man. I'll spread the word about
dude, I
Freeform,
let
dude.
you on all the time, bitch.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I
Dude,
got to talk to
I
people.
talk to you a lot. You're in our chat groups. You're in everything, dude.
Some of my friends that aren't on the music pages on Facebook, they'll see me post
Yeah.
about Freeform that I've been on, and they'll like it. I'm like, hopefully they'll get
The
into
only
it.
thing I laugh about is when you post an episode you're on, which I already posted in Freeform, and you posted it in Freeform. And I'm going, dude, I
I
already did
know.
that. Just post it on your page or post it in other groups that I didn't post in, you know, or even
Yeah.
post it in Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Ralph always accepts my post that I put in
You
there.
know what? I One last thing I want to say about Bill Wang. I'll Bill Wang. He has not made the best decisions, but at least he Charles wished death upon someone that we both love.
Yeah, yeah,
And
fuck
when
the
you
guy.
do that to somebody, I don't care who it is. There's a lot of people that I don't get along with, but I don't wish death upon them.
The thing is,
When I was not when I was mad at you, I didn't want any. Look, I was mad at you in the past, but I didn't want anything bad to
but what
happen to
did I
you.
do to you? What did I do to you?
I got mad when you were having the
Tiff with
drama with
Ralph.
Ralph
But
and
that's
but I
between me
did
and him. I even told you
exactly,
that.
but I had to hear I heard it's a long story, but I didn't want anything bad to happen to you.
Yeah, I never want
I
any, I don't want anything
no.
bad to happen to Charles. I just want him to get his shit straight. I'll
I
never be
just
his friend
you
again.
know what?
He's
The
burned
thing
that
is,
bridge.
and yes, I don't like Charles anymore. We're not friends, but Charles and I had some good conversations in the past.
I had
We had
lots of
some
great
nice
conversations with
conversations.
him.
But you know what? As soon as he made that comment saying that I would bother him on the phone, that you know what? That made me realize this is all a lie. That he didn't like talking to me, that he thought I was a burden.
He
I
talked
just
lots of shit about you, dude, to me.
I don't want to hear about it.
I never told you it. I let
I
it
don't want to hear
because
about
it's
it
not shit.
because
I don't
he's
fucking do
just
that shit.
he's just a nasty person, and I'm not saying this because I have an ego. I don't have an ego, but I think I'm a better person than Charles is.
Dude, he's a narcissist. He wanted to take over Freeform. He wanted to do what he wanted on Freeform. And I said, dude, I created this podcast. Why don't you just be happy with what we're doing?
Yeah, you know,
You get a third. You get to pick your episode. Jerry gets to pick his episode. The thing is, he was pissed off when I brought Jerry on the podcast and just not him because I told him from the beginning, hey, I told Jerry way before I knew you, if Lee ever leaves the podcast, I need you to come on the podcast because Lee was always talking, I'm going to leave, I'm going to leave, I'm going to leave. So I had Jerry already set up. And then I became friends with Charles and I said, why don't both of you come on? You know, I'm not a
I just
dick.
don't. I don't want anything to do with Charles anymore. I just don't know what to say about him. I'm done with him. And yeah, and you know what? The thing that really pissed me off about him is I really wanted to start that podcast. I had faith in that podcast that I was going to do with him and Joseph. I
He
really wanted that to
he
happen.
he was pissed off because I didn't teach him how to edit. And I said, dude,
I was so mad. We were,
I edit with Windows Media Movie Maker.
we were
And I
right.
said, you need to get Windows. I tried to teach him, and he says, you're just trying to hold me back. No, I'm not, dude. Do what you want. You know, Jerry does three shots down. Do I get pissed off at Jerry doing three shots down? No, I
No, because
don't.
people are allowed to do their own
They're
things.
allowed to do their own shit.
Exactly.
As long as you're with
And,
me, do what you
yeah,
want.
exactly. And I really wanted to do that show with Charles and Joseph, but when Charles started giving people problems on the RMCP page, he went after lots of people. He was talking badly about Vince Kavanaugh. He was poking the bear. He made Jimmy James Schwartz leave. He was just making it unbearable for Jimmy James Schwartz, who's a great guy.
Great
And
guy.
Jimmy James is one of the best people I know on that page. And
Yep.
when Charles did that stupid shit to make Jimmy James Schwartz leave, that was like strike three for me. Well, actually,
Yeah.
no, that was strike two.
You
That
know
was
what?
strike two. Strike three was when Ralph removed them from the page, and then I finally realized I'm like, I don't want this to be a Terrence thing because Joseph and I believed in
Hey,
this.
can I say one thing? Charles is
Yeah,
worse than Terrence.
he is.
Yes, thank you.
Joseph and I really wanted to do it, but I didn't want to have a Terrence like person, a self destructive person,
That's why I got
calling out
you.
people on the
That's
page.
why I got you and Joseph on our shows, man.
Exactly,
You
because
guys are always welcome
it saddened
every
me
week.
because that's one of the reasons why I love doing this because I love Joseph. Joseph is one of my best friends. I love talking music with him. Him and I basically we have a lot in common when it comes to music and movies. That's why it pissed me the fuck off about Charles because I really wanted to do a podcast. And now I don't want to do a podcast right now. I'm not interested. I'd rather just be a guest. I'm happy with being a guest until maybe I'll get an idea someday about doing a podcast. I've had a couple people in
Hey,
mind that I'd like to.
if you ever want to do a podcast, dude, I'll help you out, man.
Thank you. And there's been a
I'm
couple
always
people.
here for everybody, dude. Eric
There's been a couple.
RNCB Jordan, I helped him.
There's been a couple people in mind that I would love to start a podcast with. There's a short list of people that I'm interested in having.
I would do another podcast with you. I'm a whore, dude.
There's a
I'll go
one
anywhere.
person. There's one person I'd like to do it with, but I think I don't know.
Jerry's got three.
The
I
thing
only
is,
got two now. I need another
my
one.
my problem is my work schedule is a little unstable right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to promise that you're going to get a podcast episode every week. It's like it depends on my schedule. But if I do a podcast, when I do a podcast, I want it to be about anything. Like when you guys do the BS sessions, I want it to
Yeah.
be movies or TV shows or music, comic books. That's my idea. But
Oh,
I
dude,
just
we
need to
haven't
find
did
the
a
right.
comic book fucking BS session
I
yet.
need to find the right. I
That's
need
a
to
good
find my
fucking
right
idea
hand.
right there.
I need to find my right hand man.
I need to get fucking Mike Tyler on that shit and fucking
I
Bill
know you made a
Roseberry.
joke about Eric RMCP Jordan doing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers podcast. If you ever did that, I'd love to do that with him.
Yeah,
I love Power.
enjoy that shit. That fucking show
I know
sucks.
you hate that stuff, but I'd do it with them. I grew up with that stuff too.
He likes that chick that was in there, the Pink Ranger or whatever her name
Yeah,
is.
I Amy John. I don't
Amy,
know. I
whatever her
forgot
name is. I don't fucking care.
her. I love Eric. He's one of my best
Oh,
buds.
Eric rules, dude.
Him
Eric rules. I
and
love him.
I.
I'm happy
He's another
I'm
guy
happy
that
he's with his wife right now in the Philippines.
He's
Love
another
you,
guy
Eric.
that I have a lot in common with.
Yeah, I have a
When
lot
we
in
talk,
common with him, except
he's
I
very
like
fun.
Sammy. You guys don't.
I
Hey, man.
I don't like Sammy Hagar, but I'm not as aggressive on Sammy
No,
Hagar.
it's like I post a Sammy post.
When
It's
I
like
see Sammy Hagar, I'm just like, and I just go
I
on.
post a Sammy song or something, and it's like Eric's always there. Or I post a fucking Bruce Dickinson thing. He's always there to shit on it. I
And
love you though. I expect it. Or a silent or a Queensryche Empire. You're always there to shit on Silent Lucidity. You're always there for me. I got
I'm
you.
not. I don't want to piss off people that like Sammy Hagar. I mean, I'm not good at that. Ian's good at it. Ian doesn't give
He
a
doesn't
rat's
piss me
ass.
off. It's hilarious as
No,
fuck.
but there's some people that get pissed off when
I
Ian's
don't.
getting a.
They
Uh,
think I get pissed off at it. No, I don't. I laugh at that shit.
I just I hate Sammy Hagar, but I don't give like I don't like. "Rrr, I hate Sammy. I'm not like that. I'm not like Eric.
I think it's just an old joke and people need to move on. That's about it.
Oh no, I think there's bands that I think are worse than Van Hagar.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Sabotage.
plenty. There's,
All right.
there's plenty of bands I think are worse.
All right. Well,
Just watch the. Let's get the heck out of here,
let's
right?
get the fuck out of here, man. I gotta take a piss. Later, guys. Thank you, Travis, for being Captain Trips. Thank you for being on here. I love you, brother. And
I
you
love
are
it too.
on the 500th episode. As soon as I pick my track, as soon as the other guys pick their tracks, I'll let you know. I gotta let,
And send me your track. Send me the tracks of the week so I can maybe we could find like a good flow with.
I don't know why we just pick anything. Doesn't
All
matter.
right,
All
sounds
right.
good. But I remember when you guys did the Candlebox review, my song was like sticking out like a sore thumb from all the other picks.
And that's
Like I
coming out
chose the
next week, I
Megadeth
think.
song.
That's great. We love that shit. Pick something different. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, man.
Well,
Thank you,
I
Travis.
can pick a Velvet Underground song.
Yeah, you pick whatever you want, dude. I
All
hate
right,
that band, but enjoy. Later,
okay.
guys.
Later.
Hey,
Bye,
like, share,
everyone.
and subscribe, and fuck off, everybody. Later.